Yesterday, I made a video talking about why I believe the Golden State Warriors have failed Steph Curry. And after everything we've learned over the past 24 hours, I think the entire situation is actually worse than what I thought originally. And there are 3 warning signs that caught my attention right away. Number 1. According to NBA reporter Marcus Thompson, Steph Curry and the Warriors front office may no longer be on the same page. Number 2. According to Bay Area sports analyst Tim Kakakami, Warriors owner Joe Lacob is focused on building the team for the post-Steph era. Number 3, on this most recent Yahoo Sports article, instead of signing a contract extension right away, Steph Curry is considering waiting until free agency next summer. And then this morning, NBA insider Kevin O'Connor said something that honestly stopped me in my tracks. He said, quote, "Steph Curry is still one of the best players in the world. To not make an effort to win another title with him is truly a joke. If you're not going to do that, then you have to trade him." At first, I completely disagreed. Trade Steph Curry, there's no chance. But the more I think about it, the more I wonder, what if he's actually right? So without further ado, let's roll the intro. Yo, what's up guys, Jason here, back with a new video. If this is your first time watching, I cover the Golden State Warriors every single day on YouTube, along with other NBA news, trades, and rumors on YouTube Shorts, Instagram Reels, and TikTok. If you're a basketball fan, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe, because you do not want to miss any of my future upload. Now, let's first start here with the biggest development. Steph Curry has 1 year left on his contract. Normally, this wouldn't be a huge story. Everyone assumes Steph is going to retire as a Warrior. But Marcus Thompson reported that instead of signing a 2-year extension right away, Steph Curry is considering waiting until free agency. Now, that is significant. Not because it means Steph is leaving, but because it gives him maximum leverage. It is a clear message to the front office. Build a legitimate contender, or I'm going to look at my options. And if you're the Warriors, that is a scary position to be in. Because once the superstar enters the final year of his contract, every single team in the league starts paying attention. No franchise wants to lose an all-time great for nothing. And with that being said, think about everything that's happened recently. The Warriors missed on Giannis. They missed on LeBron. They couldn't get Jaylen Brown. They couldn't get Trey Murphy. They struck out on multiple free agents. Trade talks have gone nowhere. Meanwhile, reports continue suggesting the organization is protecting future flexibility. Like we discussed earlier, Warriors owner Joe Lacob is thinking about life after Steph Curry. NBA insider Anthony Slater also talked about how clean the Warriors' books are beyond the season. Now, that isn't wrong. Every franchise has to think about the future. But here's the problem. Steph Curry isn't thinking about 2029. He is thinking about winning a championship before he retires. If one side is trying to maximize today while the other is planning for tomorrow, eventually those goals stop matching. And here's the thing. Over the past few years, the Golden State Warriors essentially failed every single plan they had for Steph Curry. Think about it. All the rookies they drafted, James Wiseman, Jonathan Kuminga, and Jordan Poole did not pan out. Even Moses Moody is only a role player today. In the trade market, the Golden State Warriors could not get anybody on a superstar level. Even in free agency, they never bring in somebody significant. And over the past 4 seasons, we saw this team went from competing for titles all the way to competing for play-in tournament spot. That's a huge gap. And despite all that, Steph Curry never complained. So by no means am I blaming Steph. He has all my support. Now, here comes the most difficult question. If Joe Lacob is already thinking about life after Steph, what is the point of keeping him? Seriously, if you are not willing to go all in, why would you keep arguably the greatest trade asset in basketball? Steph Curry would command a massive return, multiple first-round picks, elite young players, potentially one of the biggest trade packages in NBA history. You immediately accelerate your rebuild. Instead of slowly transitioning into the post-Steph era, you jump-started overnight. Again, I'm not saying I want this to happen. I'm saying, if the organization truly believes their window is closing, this conversation becomes unavoidable. Now, here's the financial implication. Everybody expects Steph to sign a 2-year max extension, and emotionally, I would love to see him retire as a Warrior. But let's think about it objectively. This 2-year contract is going to be worth roughly $137 million. That means Steph is getting paid $70 million plus when he is 40 years old. Don't get me wrong, Steph is still incredible. He's still one of the best players in the entire world. But can a team realistically build a championship roster when one player occupies that much of the salary cap? Especially when the current roster still has obvious holes. If the Warriors are not willing to aggressively improve the roster now, how does giving Steph Curry a bigger deal solve that problem? Now, to be clear, I'm a diehard, lifelong Warriors fan. I do not want to see Steph Curry getting traded. I would much rather see the Warriors front office pushes all their chips into the middle. Trade the picks, spend the money, take the risks, do everything possible to compete for a championship before Steph Curry retires. However, if that is no longer the plan, if the front office is already focused on the post-Steph era, if Steph and the organization are no longer on the same timeline, then keeping him just because he's Steph may hurt both sides. Because Steph deserves a chance to compete for championships, and the Warriors deserve clarity about their future. The worst outcome isn't trading Steph Curry. The worst outcome is being stuck in the middle for 2 years, where Steph Curry doesn't seriously contend for titles and Golden State still delays the rebuild. If that's where this team is headed, then maybe Kevin O'Connor was right. Maybe the hardest decision is also the one the Warriors have to start thinking about. But again, that's just my opinion and I want to hear from you guys. If you are the Warriors front office, would you ever trade Steph Curry? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Alright guys, that's all we got for today's video. If you enjoyed this content, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, and follow me on social media, all linked below in the description box. Once again, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.